I've decided not to do a G-Mann takedown video this week, but instead I just want to come to you as Gerald Pauschmann and introduce to you one of my team members. If you are here today to watch me do the usual commentary, well, you might like to flick over to Bearing, Gary Awesome, the Pauschmann, the Friendly Geordies, or even Sydney Watson. Those are other Australian YouTubers who are the masters of their craft. On the other hand, if you want to hear me rabbit on about one of my team, stick around. Will Peter even allow me to say rabbit on? This house has seen many dogs walk, limp, crawl, and be carried through the front door. Some have been horribly abused, unwanted, about to give birth, the result of domestic violence, or simply come for a play date. If you are a pet owner, especially a dog, you will understand the joy that your pets bring you when you are feeling low, a bit down, stressed after a long day at work, when you are sick, lonely, tired, or even think about checking out for a while. The one thing that you can be sure of is your pets will never let you down. Unlike some children, they won't graffiti the walls, ride their bikes in the house, get drunk, or take drugs. Sure, they will occasionally have a late night out, have a fight, and steal the neighbour's food, but that's about it. Oh, and of course they want you to feed them, groom them, demand walks, pick up their poo, and occasionally try to jump on your bed to sleep with you. All I know is that they are there for you even after you've raised your voice at them for tearing up the couch. Yes, that happened. But then again, Brutus was a 65 kilogram Neapolitan Mastiff, so I let him. If they're bored, they'll rip up your clothes, hump your leg, sniff crotches, and vomit all over your new carpet. And then they look at you as if to say, "What? What's up, master? Why the cranky face? Man, you need to chill for a bit." And after we chill for a bit, the next thing we know, we're on the couch together watching Frankie and Grace or Anthony Jeselnik. So how far would you go to save your pet's life? You comfortable? This is Jessie. She is a 13-year-old mix of maybe terrier and whatever else her mother was up to in the back streets west of Sydney. We used to call her the Campbelltown Scrapper. When we got her around 7 years ago, she would fight anyone who entered in proximity to her personal space, which from memory was about 2 suburbs. If she were a human, she would not have been a princess. She didn't like baths. She was not a big fan of men, but she did stick up for her rights, demanding the same equal food portions as her male counterparts. Oh my God, she's a feminist. Last week, we nearly lost her to cancer. I don't have the particular scan or photo, but in a dog weighing only 7.6 kilos, the tumour surrounded her kidney and she was operated on for about 2.5 to 3 hours by our vet, Dr. John Wrigley, at the Point Vet at Paradise Point here on the Gold Coast. Hey, did you hear that? The Point Vet, the Point TV. Huh? Is that collusion? Anywho, all I can say in 4 simple words, John saved her life. Now, some of you would say, well, that's the vet's job, is to try and do no harm into the animal world. Sure, but what John Wrigley did was far from his job. You see, it was Australia Day. A long weekend. He could have simply have said the best thing to do is to take Jessie to the emergency animal hospital. Good luck and let me know how she goes. He could have also have said, mate, I'd love to help you, but I don't do surgery on a public holiday. Plus, my family is waiting for me. And being the guy I am, I would have just said, no problem, mate, and just left for the emergency hospital. But he didn't. He swung right into action and organised a team to work with him to operate on Jessie. And if he couldn't get a team, I was ready to put some scrubs on myself and do a chapter in Catch Me If You Can and pose as a scrub nurse. Did you just get a visual of me in scrubs? After a thorough ultrasound was done, John admitted her at 8 o'clock that morning, and this is the first picture I took at around 3 p.m. that afternoon. She was immediately put on the drip and we constantly monitored her over the next 6 days, where we checked her temperature, the colour of her gums, and whether there was a change in her girth, which could happen if there was any gut leakage. Now, staying up all night is not easy, but somehow you get this surge of energy to do everything that you can to save a little life. I found myself slowly starting to drift off of it around 2 or 3 a.m. and then the monitor beeps at you, informing you that there is a down occlusion. You jump up reading those words. What the hell is that? I'm no medical doctor, but it wouldn't be beeping at me if it was all systems go. So I'm checking the lines and everything looks fine, but maybe I thought it could be a blockage or the closing of a blood vessel or hollow organ. Of course I didn't think that. I googled it. It's funny how in life you remember smells and sounds. I will never forget that message, down occlusion. Most of the time it would happen when she would turn over and restrict the flow of the saline to her little body. It was an easy fix, simply turn her over, start the pump again and make her comfortable. Then I would drift off again around 4 AM, not realizing that all that fluid would have to come out sometime. She would quietly get up and start to walk towards the door, and she's still attached. She would pull down all the equipment with her. Sorry, John. The panic sets in, you wipe your eyes, and she looks at you as if to say, hey, a girl's got to go and a girl's got to go. I think nothing wakes you up quicker than a dog dry retching or the pulling over of a giving set. How is she doing now? Well, firstly, I want to thank all of you good people who sent out well wishes for a speedy recover. But seriously, I'm doing fine. I didn't get much sleep on the Tuesday or the Thursday. Oh, you mean Jessie? See what I did there? Well, before doing this particular video, this is the most recent video I have of her on her favourite couch near her favourite man. She is eating solids and seems to be enjoying her food and finally drinking without having to be syringed. In the big scheme of things, it's only been 6 days and I think she's about 85% there. Dogs and animals are strong, stoic creatures. I get a paper cut and I'm in bed for 5 days eating chicken soup, watching Beaches and Gilmore Girls. Oh my God, I'm a snowflake. What would you do? I would love to know how far you would go or what you have done to save your pet's life. Hey, and I'm a realist also. Pet care is expensive, but you don't go and buy a boat or a car and then whinge about how much petrol is, and then also whinge about that you have to do maintenance on them. Me thinks it might have been bad petrol that was put into the car or the boat. I'll be back next week to my good old self, seeing how many more videos YouTube can demonetize by me simply telling the truth. Do what you have to do. Like, share, comment, delete, troll. Don't care. It's my channel and it's a great opportunity to have a drink with Rudy. So, to father number one, cheers. Now go away and hug your dog. I'm Gerald Pauschmann for The Point TV.